In this video, we're just going to do a couple small examples using right angle trigonometry. So the first one here, we know that cosine of theta is 2 over 5, and we know that theta is an angle in a right triangle, and so it's not going to be the 90-degree angle, it's going to be the other ones. We want to find the 5 other trig values. So here we're going to start by making our triangle. Okay, so there's our right triangle. Okay, and let's say that this is our theta, this angle here. So cos of theta equals 2/5. We want that to be the adjacent over the hypotenuse. Okay, so I'm just going to label the adjacent one, which is this one here, as 2, and the hypotenuse as 5. Okay, so that's from that. So obviously you could do this differently because 2 over 5 is the same as, say, 4 over 10. So I mean, you could use that, but it's easiest just to use the one that's given. So then I want to find the length of the other side. So I use Pythagoras for that. So this should be the square root of the hypotenuse squared minus the other side squared. So that's the square root of 25 minus 4. So it's going to be square root of 21, which is not a nice square root. Okay, so it just stays like that. And now we can find the other trig values. Okay, so for instance, sine of theta is the opposite over the hypotenuse. So that's going to be root of 21 over 5. Cosecant of theta is going to be the flip of that, so 5 over root of 21. Tan theta is going to be the opposite over the adjacent, so that's root of 21 over 2, which means that cotan theta is the flip of that, so 2 over root of 21. And then secant theta is the flip of cosine theta, so that's going to be 5 over 2. So there's the other 5 trig functions. So all we had to do is put it in a triangle, and then we can find all the other ones. Okay, there's one other one that we want to do. So here we have cosine of 40 degrees divided by sine of 50 degrees. Okay, so first I'm going to note that 40 degrees plus 50 degrees is equal to 90 degrees, which means, again, that these are complementary angles. So that tells me that cosine of 40 degrees is actually equal to sine of 50 degrees. So this thing should be equal. So those things are equal. So this is going to be equal to 1. Okay, so that just simplifies to 1 because they're complementary angles. So if you want, you could actually replace one with the other. Okay, so cosine of 40 is equal to sine of 50. So this is sine of 50 over sine of 50 degrees. Okay, which gives you 1. Okay, so essentially they're the same, so they cancel out. So those are the only examples we had left for this right angle trigonometry section.